Hello everyone, welcome back to another Moveset video, and today we are doing Golbat, and Golbat's interesting. it's, it's doesn't, basically without Crobat being a thing, it's kind of useless, basically. Crobat, Crobat was useful in like previous generations, but in Let's Go we're kind of stuck with Golbat, and yeah, he doesn't really work. Like, if you look at these stats, there's nothing over 100. First of all, I mean, 90 speed's decent. It's not the best. And then the attack we're dealing with is an 80. Our special isn't usable at all. The defenses are okay. The defense or the HP is decent. So I mean, it's not the worst Pokemon, but it's not the best at all as well. So yeah. But yeah. So now for this Pokemon, uh, this first set I don't really recommend. I kind of actually more recommend the second set, but this is just something I'm gonna throw out here first of all. Now you can kind of just choose what you want. It could either be Jolly or Adamant, but they don't really matter. None of them's really giving you insane kills. This will just maybe have more damage, so maybe if Golbat gets defeated, your other Pokemon might be able to come finish it off, and it might help it against Pokemon like Venusaur. But with Venusaur, it's probably gonna get Leech Seed on you, and then those Fly turns, because you're stuck with Fly. Yes, you're stuck with Fly. That's your flying type move. That's physical. Uh, so yeah, but yeah. So yeah, now we're gonna get to the moveset. So it's like, first of all, it's like there's the fact that it's a pre-evolution. So obviously, or it's a Pokemon that in the future got an evolution. So Pokemon like that aren't really gonna do too well because they were kind of buffed for a reason. I mean, some do actually do well. Rhydon is a really good example of that, but Golbat just doesn't fall into that category, and it gets even worse when you go into its move set. It has the move set of a special attacker, and it's a physical attacker, which really sucks. Like, we had Air Slash, we had Sludge Bomb. This would be a really good special attacker if only the stat was usable. 65 is pretty much at that point of unusability. I mean, could you could go for it, but I don't really recommend it at all. But yeah. This set here is basically just ultimate toxic stall. What you're trying to do is toxic your opponent and then protect, and then depending on which situation's better, Fly will most likely be better, but in some scenarios where Leech Life is super effective, Leech Life might actually be better. Uh, Yeah, that's why I kind of more recommend Jolly, so you can just stall out better. Most of these moves are just so you can stall out. So protect, and then Fly. I'm just using the fact that Fly has 2 turns, so there's that. And Fly with protect actually might stack pretty decently for toxic stalling. Now, of course, your opponent could just switch out to something else, but then maybe that's a free toxic for you or something. That's why I kind of do recommend Jolly, so like if something at the 90 base speed comes out, you will either be speed tying or outspeeding it. So you can get that toxic off and then attempt the stall. And then Leech Life is just so you can like heal up a bit. You could also substitute Leech Life for Roost if you want to get like a more better healing option, but I'm not really sure how well that's gonna work. Uh, Leech Life, I just think some more damage, and for like Pokemon like Executor or or mostly just Executor, honestly. For Executor, you could do like 90% damage with this, but that's only because it's 2 times super effective. But yeah, you'll get a lot of health if you get that kill, and that's only with normal, not Alolan. Uh, yeah, but then Roost, it might be more reliable. I don't know. So that's kind of the first Golbat. Now the second Golbat here, uh, it's a few things changed. Now mostly what I'm using this is like a stat stopper. Like that one Pokemon that just keeps statting up and getting like really overpowered, you can just come in with this and just be like, nope, stop that, Haze, and it'll just eliminate all their stat changes. And yeah, that's pretty much what it does. I have it with this, so you can do that, and then I also put on U-turn, so you can U-turn out if it's like not a good scenario for you still. Uh, so you can just haze and then get the heck out of there immediately. There's also fly, so you have the stab, and then roost. So like if ever there is like you haze and then you're in a good situation, you can use that roost up, so you can then maybe have him for later if any other Pokemon decides to set up. But I don't really feel this is too important, honestly. Because most of the Pokemon, a lot of those setup Pokemon will actually be outspeeding you, which kind of sucks. But one thing I will say this is good for, so like the majority of the ones I would say this is good for is for those minimize Pokemon. Because this haze will never miss. It has a perfect accuracy. So, that means you can haze your opponent that has minimized, and then now they can be hit immediately. And then you can just U-turn out to your good Pokemon, and then do pretty decent damage. And one of those Pokemon that do commonly do minimize is actually a Alolan Muck, so you can do that. And then U-turn will actually do super effective damage on it when you U-turn out. It won't be deadly damage, but it'll at least be more. So yeah, there's not really any damage calcs. Like I was looking at some. I mean, of course you got the Mega Beedrill, the Butterfree is gonna be one shot as long as Parasect, but that's pretty easy for a flying type to accomplish. We don't have Poison Stab, and then that Leech Life just does. It doesn't really do anything unless it's a Alolan Executor. So calcs are just, most of them are ending up like 3 shots, I think, is what you're getting. So it's not really the best for the attacks, but I just kind of tried. For this set though, like you don't actually have to go a fly. If you do want to, you can actually use Wing Attack instead. It's not the best option because it has only 60 base power, which isn't good. It is 100% accurate though, so at least you got that. But it's not good. You're getting less damage, but you're now making it in those situations where like you're going against a Parasect. Like you're not just flying up in the air and then coming back down, because you do still one-shot Parasect with this. Although I'm not sure. No, you don't one-shot Mega Beedrill. What about Butterfree? Let me actually. I didn't look at that part. No, you don't one-shot Butterfree. But you'll still two-shot these ones. So like these situations where you are good, Wing Attack might actually be better. So that's kind of that. This one I do recommend Jolly though. Don't use the Adamant for this. Because you want to be fast so you can haze and then get the heck out of there quick. Or if it's a really good scenario, then stay in and do what you got to do. But yeah, I still don't see Golbat working. I mean, it has a possibility, but it's not high. Another move you could use is Confuse Ray. I would swap that out for either Roost or Wing Attack. Actually, no, probably Roost. Swap it out for Roost. So you can maybe confuse them, but then you would lose your recovery. I mean, it depends what you feel isn't really needed. Cause I feel this is a Pokemon you're gonna have to experiment in battle. I recommend the second set. Like probably start off with this, either with Fly or Wing Attack. It doesn't really matter. And then just play with it, see what is needed, and then like be like, okay, that didn't work out too well, and then kind of look here. Like you also do have options for like taunt. Taunt could come in handy possibly. Whirlwind might be better than Haze in some scenarios. But just note that Whirlwind, I think you are guaranteed to go last. Haze, you can go first and get those stat changes immediately, assuming you outspeed. But yeah, there is. Then you could consider the Confuse Ray and just other things like that. But it's not really. Golbat's not going to work too well. You're not going to see it often. It's going to be a Pokemon you don't see too often, and it's not going to be threatening, but you could possibly make do with it. Possibly. Uh, just I would wait till I mean, what I would probably be doing is maybe get this, catch it in Let's Go, and then probably wait till the next generation, and then you have a competitive one ready to transfer over, that you can then evolve into Crobat, which will be nice. But yeah, this Pokemon's not really gonna do too well. But Crobat, I can't wait till Crobat's out. I like Crobat, so when Gen 8 comes out, Crobat's gonna be fun. But yeah, so I think that's everything. I think I've explained all I could possibly explain. This is pretty much the best you got. So try to make this work, I guess. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed this moveset guide. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And also down in the description of this video should be a link to my Discord if you want to chat with me after videos or like in between making of them, just whenever. I'm there. I chat there every once in a while, so you can go to there and yeah. Hope you enjoyed and bye.